Dear brothers, what's up, boys? Welcome to the new office. This is the new digs. We're all moved in for the most part. Got a lot more updates to do, but I think overall we're doing pretty good. So I'm pretty stoked about the new spot. Had to update my podcasting setup a little bit. I still can't announce it yet, but I have some exciting news coming for you guys. I know I keep telling you that, but I'm going to be headlining something new and exciting coming up. So that is thrilling stuff. You guys, if you guys are watching, you'll see I got a little new microphone, which is exciting. New digs, but as always, both dogs asleep on the floor. So episode 87 today. Exciting stuff. This is going to be a fun conversation. I think that I was getting fired up about as I was kind of taking down notes and thinking about how to present this info today. Because I think this is something that I need to hear more often, and I hope you guys get something out of. But we need to have a very distinct conversation about where you are getting your affirmation from. And consider for a moment who you look to in your own life for approval. Family, spouse, girlfriend, general friends. But how many of you guys are also looking at like the world at large for approval? I'll give you a simple example. You put out a post on social media, maybe of your kids playing, or you bought a new car, you got a new house, or whatever. And you check it every so often or far too often just to see how many people have liked it or commented on it. And you keep reviewing kind of like what you said. Oh, how was the caption? Do I look good? Do I sound stupid? Oh my gosh, my kid's got a stain on their shirt, whatever it ends up being. And understand that a lot of us live for clicks and attaboys and approval, fellas. But why is it that we're looking for approval from the world, from people who we don't even know? You get this idea of like, look at my new truck, look at my new house that I bought, look at my kids, look at the vacation I went on, look how much money I spent on this for my wife. And it sometimes feels like we as men, and any ladies that are listening to this, apparently there are ladies who like the Dear Brothers podcast, are trying to say, look at me, look at me. You see this so much today with young athletes in the world of NIL and making money off of your brand. There's all of this I know SportsCenter came out with something recently where Brady was talking, Tom Brady, the GOAT, was talking to the incoming draft class about how you can do all this I stuff as long as you want, but you're never going to win. And I believe in that. And all of this showboating, all of this look at me, here's what that should really be translated to. Affirm me, affirm me, affirm who I am, affirm that I am special. You need the world to tell you that you are worth something, that you mean something, that you're special in some capacity, that you're attractive, that you're smart, that you just have such special talent. You ask them to affirm you at every opportunity. But let's get some stuff figured out today. What makes their approval, their affirmation so special? Who gave them such authority to approve of you? You're telling me that you're making decisions about what to do and how much happiness you have in life because of an arbitrary group of people who you don't even know, who could really give a rat's ass if you're doing well or succeeding or not. Just like I was told when I played college football, I was a bag of chips. And in the event that it didn't work out, they would just go and get another bag of chips. Is that the kind of people that you want giving you approval in life? Obviously, I'm kind of on the social media part of this right now. So I want to get something straight. Don't get me wrong. Social media is great. It has opened up unreal doors for a lot of people to provide better for their families, to get knowledge out to the world. It's given me more opportunities than I can imagine, stuff like this. But tell me, how can you ever live a good life if your identity is wrapped up in what all of the world thinks about you, especially on things like social media? You're telling me that your mental well-being is at the whim of strangers. I will be fair. Maybe I am pushing it a bit too far today. And most of you listening probably have a great idea that you shouldn't want approval from people that you don't know and have nothing to do with your life. All of you know that. I know that. But a lot of us still seek it. That includes people like me. And we just love the clicks and the attaboys. And all right, I want to dive into this hard today because I think that this is really important. And I think this is where the rubber hits the road on where we find approval. And I'll keep it simple. When you look for external sources of approval, for the world to tell you that you're good enough, that you're special, you're always going to end up empty-handed. And here's why. The world's goalposts are always shifting. They're always moving. One day, doing this will make you popular. The next day, this will make you popular. Last week, it was perfectly okay to do X. This week, the goalposts have shifted, and now it's not okay. But as long as you conform to whatever those current norms are, you're going to be all good to go. You're safe. But just understand, the minute that you fall outside of those, you have to adjust or you're going to be ostracized. How the hell can you ever have a purpose and meaning in life when you have absolutely no playbook to follow? The world's playbook is honestly written in pencil, and the baby is constantly being erased and updated to fit some random compilation of people's ideas as to how humans should act. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion because I always seem to do that, but we're getting after it today. So here we go. I want you all to understand something and take the following to heart. The world's love comes at a severe cost. God's love does not. Listen to me when I tell you that God's playbook is unchanged. It's the same for everyone. It's concrete. When you follow that plan, when you abide by that moral compass, when you act like a heroic man that we are called to, you will never lose. You're never going to feel the need to have the approval of people who don't even know why they believe what they believe. You have hard principles that guide you towards excellence, and they have shifting opinions, which may or may not leave you empty-handed and alone. Let me tell you, fellas, nobody gave the internet control of what is right and wrong. You don't have to fall in line with me in believing in the divine. I believe in God wholeheartedly. I'm unapologetic about that. That's up to you. But you sure as hell shouldn't be taking your approval from people who can change what they believe at the drop of a hat if it fits their agenda. Those kind of folks will swallow you up and spit you out unless you conform to their ways. And that is what makes you upset. That is what leads to sadness and loneliness and depression and feelings of unworthiness. Your life is determined by those kind of people. And forgive me for cussing, but fuck that. It's just not the right way to live. It's no way to live. If you want approval, if you want affirmation, at the very least, start with the people that you love. Start with your wife, start with your kids, start with your parents, start with your closest friends. Those who actually mean something to you. Those whose lives are entwined with yours. They know you, they understand you. Not these random people that you'll never ever actually meet. But if you want immeasurable freedom, look for affirmation from the good book playbook and from the man upstairs. We have a beautiful playbook. It's pretty bulletproof when you follow through with it. And boy, you're going to find a hell of a lot more joy. understand something. You don't have to go through the Bible and go, oh, I've got to get on my hands and knees for God, or however you want to look at that. A lot of people struggle with that mentally. And I think eventually most people, once you've read through it, you kind of overcome it. But it is a book about living well. Even if you struggle with, hey, is there really a God? Were there really people that were ordained to write this book? I get that. I struggle with that. That's where faith kind of comes in handy. But it's a playbook about living well. And when you go through that, when you follow that playbook that's unchanging, you can't lose when you do that. And the peace that you will find is truly beyond compare, because it's got nothing to do with what the world thinks and everything to do with what divine has created and is beautiful and is good. That's pretty much it. God bless. Be strong. Let's get after it today, boys. I'm grateful for all of you. Hopefully you guys like the new digs, and we're going to keep rocking this thing out. Thank you for all the feedback. It's been great to hear you guys talking about the episodes and that they're giving you some kind of good information. You know, my hope and my prayer is that I can continue to have, you know, good words flow through me, if you will, to be a part of you guys and to be a part of your daily routines. And that means a lot. So I love you all. Get after it today. Happy Tuesday. That's it. We'll see y'all.